So, good afternoon, YouTube. Hope everyone's having a wicked Boxing Day. I don't know when that strand of hair on my barnet, but there we go. We'll put that back. But there we go. Listen, it's Boxing Day. That can mean one thing, and Premier League football is back. We've got a game in an hour's time away to Bournemouth, which is not going to be an easy game. It's Mikel Arteta's first game as the coach, and the team has been announced. So let's just get straight into the team. There's been 3 changes in his first game. Leno is in goal, Maitland-Niles, David Luiz, Socrates and Saka. I think that was pretty obvious with Callum Chambers being suspended that that was going to be the centre-back pairing. Obviously, Bellerin isn't quite ready. He's not even in the squad. And we haven't got a left-back fit. Then into midfield, we have got Torreira. Fourth manager in a row to pick Granit Xhaka. What do they see that we don't? But anyway, let's move on. Mesut Ozil, it's an away game. I ain't saying nothing. Reece Nelson, Aubameyang and Lacazette. That is our starting 11. We've then got Martinez, Mustafi, Mavropanos, Guendouzi, Willock, Smith Rowe and Pepe on the bench. Not quite sure why Pepe is on the bench. Another manager that wants to bench our record signing. But we shall see what happens. I'm excited for the game. It's going to be interesting to see how we play. Obviously, they've been in training all week. We've seen all the training footage that's come out, and we've seen that Arteta looks like he means business. He's telling them to stop with the fancy flicks and tricks. I see a funny clip where Granit Xhaka passed the ball, and then he said, "Why are you still standing still?" Which I thought was hilarious. Xhaka's face was just jokes. He was like, what, I have to move?" So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. But listen, I'm not going to sit here and get downbeat about it. They'll probably ruin our Christmas. They tend to ruin every weekend that we play. Although it is a Thursday and we're used to playing on a Thursday, aren't we? So I don't know why Pepe's not starting. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know why Granit Xhaka gets a place in the starting 11 under 4 different coaches now. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something in his contract that says he has to start if he's fit for Premier League games. I don't get it. I genuinely do not understand what anybody sees in Granit Xhaka. Because listen, he's been here under 3 previous managers and he's been absolutely pony under all 3 of them. But he gets a pass, he gets straight back into the team, and Mikel Arteta in his first game has picked him. Like I said, I don't know why Pepe's not starting. It would be nice if Pepe had started the game. He's obviously going with Aubameyang left wing, and this is something that I said in a video that I did a stream, and I said that Mikel Arteta has to pick his best 11, whether we agree with it or not. Pick your best 11 and pick players in their right positions. Well, looking at that starting 11, fair enough, the right back and the left back, we've got to give him a pass on that because we ain't got a fit left back or right back at the moment. But if he's going with Aubameyang on the left wing, well, what's the point? What is the point? You know, I don't understand why you would do that. I just don't get it. If you're going to do that, then you should start Pepe. You know, put Pepe in there instead. He started Reece Nelson. I have no idea how Reece Nelson has managed to get a start because he was absolutely woeful in the last game that he played. So I don't understand that 11, if I'm being completely honest. It makes no sense to me. Like I said, if you buy somebody for £72 million, you've bought him for £72 million for a reason. So why would you not? Why would you not start him? My agenda is showing. Well, listen, it's my opinion. It's not an agenda, bruv. My agenda is for Arsenal to win the league. If yours isn't, then you're in the wrong sport. It's as simple as that. So yeah, if you don't like what I'm saying, bruv, I didn't ask you to click on my video. What do you think of the 11? I think it's pretty cack, if I'm being honest. But you're not allowed to say that. Otherwise, you've got an agenda, or you're negative or toxic. Or listen, I'll say what I like. And if people don't like it, that's their issue. That 11... If Unai Emery picked that 11, everyone would be sitting there having kittens right now, going nuts about it. But because it's Mikel Arteta, oh, cool, that's fine. Well, no, it's not fine. Reece Nelson should be nowhere near a starting 11 for Arsenal Football Club. It's as simple as that. When you buy a £72 million player, I know Arteta didn't buy him, but that player has been brought for that much money for a reason. So why is he sat on the bench? You start him and make him play his way out of the team by putting in crap performances. And then somebody like Reece Nelson, when they get given their chance, have to take it to play their way into the team to compensate for the guy playing his way out of the team. At Arsenal Football Club, we seem to be the only football club who don't run with that philosophy or mentality. It's, oh yeah, Reece, you've played crap last week. You can start, bruv. Oh, Pepe, you were all right. You can sit on the bench this week. Oh, sorry. 4 managers in a row have played Granit Xhaka now. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. I'm going to read through the starting 11 again. Over 800 people watching this already inside 5 minutes. So do bang the likes up. Do subscribe if you're new. Big up over 400 new subscribers in the last 4 days, which is mad. So yeah, thank you very much to everyone. Nearly 32,500 now. So thank you very much. I'm going to read the starting 11 out again for everybody who's joined late. It is Leno in goal. Back 4, Maitland-Niles, Saka. They're the fullbacks. Socrates and Louise. Chambers is injured. No, he isn't. He's suspended, which is why he's not starting. Midfield, Torreira, Xhaka. Listen, they both played all right against who did we play the other day? Everton. They were both good against Everton. So, listen, I can understand them being picked again. But at the same time, Granit Xhaka, Jesus Christ. Then we've got Ozil in front of them. Let's see if he can turn up today. It's an away game. I can't remember the last away game he did turn up in. And then we've gone for Reece Nelson, Aubameyang and Lacazette. The bench is poor, really poor. Martinez, Mustafi, Mavropanos, Guendouzi, Willock, Smith-Rowe and Pepe. So the only player on that bench that could probably come on and switch a game is Pepe. So let's hope that starting 11 he's picked cuts it. Obviously, Martinelli's not in the squad. I didn't think he'd make it for this game, if I'm being honest. He did take a big knock the other day up at Everton, and that killed him off for that game, really. He was looking lively up until that point. So, yeah, I didn't think he'd make it today. No Bellerin in the squad, even though he trained. So, yeah, it's a pretty crap 11, but that sort of says where we are as a team and where we are as a squad. Our squad is crap, let's be real. But I am looking forward to the game. I do think we'll win. I'm sticking with my score prediction from the other day, which was 3-1. I just hope that these players go out there and put a shift in because, listen, it's Boxing Day. It's not easy to get about in the UK on Boxing Day. Limited train services and stuff like that and coach and travel into games is not easy on Boxing Day. So everyone who's gone down to that game in Bournemouth, not just from London, and it's not that far from London, but anywhere else in the country, these players better put a shift in for them and for us watching. And anyone who wants to watch it, you can watch it on Amazon Prime if you're in the UK. There's a 30-day free sign-up. You can obviously watch the game and bin it off afterwards. So that's what I did. I'll be watching it and then binning the subscription. If you want to keep it, then obviously you can. But it's hard managing shite, says One Love a.f.c. Well, it's not easy. It's not easy when some of these players are just not good enough, mate. But at the same time, like I said in the stream I did the other day, pick your best 11 and make sure you pick the best 11 with players in their right positions. Now, if Aubameyang is left wing today, he ain't in his right position, is he? Obviously Saka, I can allow that. I can allow Maitland-Niles, but I don't get it, man. I don't get what Reece Nelson's done to start a game. Mesut Ozil, when was the last time he turned up in an away game? So why is he starting? I think the weather temperature has to be like 19.43 degrees or something, and the grass has to be cut at a certain length for him to turn up in a game these days. And it's like, it's weird. But listen, I hope that my score prediction comes right and it is going to be like 3-4, whatever it may be. I don't care whether it's 1-0. If we win, I'm happy. But yeah, that starting 11, Jesus Christ. Pepe on the bench and Nelson starting. Sorry. But everyone who's sitting there making a case for Nelson, not many of you are, I don't get it. Afternoon to you, Mark. Tip-tap play, well, fingers crossed, cringe, I'm toxic. I'm going to get a toxic green hoodie. I'm going to get one. Let's read some more of these. Arteta is simply picking Ozil as if you want him to be dropped. It's better to play him than not. He'll either prove how consistently shit he is or he'll have a wonderful game. Well, bruv, listen, he's had more chances than I've had hot dinners, mate. So, listen, Mikel Arteta's not stupid, or I'd like to think he's not stupid. Just because he was manager or assistant coach at Man City, he knows what Ozil does or doesn't do. He don't need to be standing training to do that. But, listen, that was not the starting 11 I picked. That's not the starting 11 I expected him to pick. But then again, if you expect nothing, you can't be disappointed, can you? So, Pepe don't play because of the work rate without the ball. And his work rate at West Ham was decent, to be fair. Pepe isn't used to playing in the winter. Maybe that's why he isn't starting. Afternoon, Ilias. The winter in France is pretty similar to the one in England, mate. It's literally 24 miles across the water. Is Pepe that lazy? Shitty lineup. Afternoon, Shay. Yeah, I'm not happy with the lineup. Nelson over Pepe. Exactly. Everyone's saying the same in the comments. Listen, it's not the lineup anyone expected. And I hope that they go out there and perform, because there's too many players in that starting 11 today that don't cut it, right? And they don't do it often enough. If they all disappear at the same time, we're pretty doomed. We're pretty doomed. But I do think we'll win, and hopefully we will get the 3 points today. Slowzil is a walker, says Dennis. Pepe doesn't work hard in training or off the ball. That could be the reason. That could be the reason. Yeah, that could be the reason. He might not train hard enough. But then at the same time, Eric Cantona never used to train properly. You know, he used to get picked every week and he was superb, wasn't he? Nelson must be ripping trees in training. Yeah, but that's the thing. In training, it's completely different, right? And, you know, we see the other day before the Man City game where they're doing all these tippy-tappy little passes and keeping the ball and blah, blah, blah. And then we got spanked by City and didn't even look like we were bothered. So I just don't get it. That lineup's so underwhelming. But let's not get downbeat. The game kicks off in 45 minutes. I'll be doing a watch-along with Guna Eagle Eye. That is already set up and raring to go. So if you want to go and talk in the chat room, feel free. But yeah, 3 o'clock, I'll be going live with Chig. Subscribe to him. Go follow the socials in the description as well. And let's get some score predictions for a couple of minutes. Nearly 1,000 people watching this live. So do drive the likes up. I would appreciate that. And subscribe if you're new. Gutted not to see Martinelli. He's not in the squad, mate. He's not in the squad, Viraj. Afternoon to you, buddy. Pepe might have an injury. Well, I'd like to think, Arnold, if he's got an injury, he wouldn't even be in the squad. Because that would just be plain dumb if he did put him in the squad with an injury. 3-1 says Stealth Shadow. Mustafa Ahmed 2-2. Youssef says 3-1. 4-1 says Viraj. Come on, positivity. Here we go. 3-0 says Suraj. Brandon says 2-1 Arsenal. Tony says 3-0. What, you reckon we'll keep a clean sheet? Go on, mate. Unai Emery, not the real one, says 1-0. Disley says 2-1 Arsenal. 3-2 says Richard. If we lose today and the ball don't back Arteta, we are going down. Who knows? Listen, we've got Chelsea and Man United next. That should be fun. Yay! 3-1 Omar. Bob says 3-2. Big up to you, says Fabian. Evening. I keep saying evening. I'm so used to saying evening. Afternoon to you. Kaitik says 1-1. Sport Genius 1-1. Brandon 2-1. Let's do a couple more. 4-2 says Viknesh. Ryan says 1-1. 1-0 Bournemouth. Afternoon Haroon. How many managers will it take to drop Granit Xhaka? Good question, mate. Good question. Mohammed says 3-1. Arnold says 2-0. Nelson first goal says 0. Listen, I hope he does score. I hope he does play well because he's been rubbish all season. Afternoon, Joanne. 2-0, you say. Ilias says 2-0. 2-0, Pepe double. He could be the super sub. That's true, Isatu. Mod says 3-3. 5-0 says Castor. Dennis says 1-1. 1-1. I'm not confident, says New York Guna. So I'm going to wrap this up. I will be back in about half an hour, 40 minutes for the watch along. So yeah, I will be back in about half an hour. Do keep your eyes peeled for that. Go and subscribe to Guna Guna Eagle Eye. If you're not already subscribed to him, his link's in the description, along with my Instagram. Please go and follow that, and my Facebook. So go and follow both of them, and I'll be back in about half an hour. Big up, nearly 1,000 people still watching this live, and I'll see you in half hour. Laters, peeps.